go to school or go back home. Like those are the options, right? I found this place called Alliance. Alliance takes officers only, but they take officers and put you in above entry level positions. And I'm a nerd when it comes to operations and stuff. So I'm like, okay, here's our controls, inventory, dead stock. So I learned a lot about running business in that aspect, but I was not happy. So went through the bodybuilding thing, got into fitness, and I was like, I'm gonna start showcasing my journey. So when I got out of the military, there was a ton, well, before I got out, I want to make sure I had a plan.
Yeah.
Anyone listening who's thinking of transitioning, make sure you have a plan before you get out, please.
Always have a plan, yeah.
Financially, everything. So there's a ton of recruiters, right, for corporate jobs or this or that, or go to school or go back home. Like those are the options, right? That's usually what the options are laid out for some people. I found this place called Alliance, which wasn't just like we're just going to put you in a job and we don't care because we get a paycheck. Alliance takes officers only. So
is a place that hires vets specifically?
It's a recruiter for corporate jobs and sales jobs.
Okay.
But they take officers and put you in above entry level positions so you don't make shit.
Yeah, you make good pay or better pay. Yeah,
exactly.
Okay.
So that was the idea behind that. And I was like, awesome. That way I know I can at least maintain the pay that I was getting.
Yeah,
to some
the standard
extent.
of living that you'd already gotten accustomed to.
Yeah. And they actually, fly us out to, I believe it was, I don't know if it was North Carolina or maybe it was Dallas. It might have been Dallas, Texas, actually, where they fly us out to a big conference and you learn how to interview. It was so extensive. It was great. And then I actually went into interview rooms. Like once they prepped us for a couple of days, they gave us a folder with all their picks of basically like, this is where you would fit best. I had 12 interviews that day.
Wow.
And insane. You dress up, you are, you learn the companies, like you do whatever you have to, and then you just be yourself. So I was like not doing well during my practice interviews. And when I got to the real ones, I did amazing. So out of the 12 I had, 10 wanted me.
Really?
Which I thought they were like, I don't know how you're going to do, because I ended up just being myself. I was like, I don't need to be this like uptight. Let me tell you
why you need to hire me.
Yeah. I just took lesson from forever ago that we learned, just be yourself, right?
Yeah.
Just be yourself. And then I ended up getting all these, and you only choose 3. You do follow-up interviews, and the one I ended up going with had a higher payout essentially, so that's how I picked it.
Make some more
money. It was
money
also in Texas. The other ones were all over the place. One was in Tampa, one was Ohio, and I was like, what the hell's out there?
Where was the one in Texas located? Austin?
This was the Austin one.
Okay.
So I was working in the plumbing industry.
Okay.
So I was sales, operations, like you name it. So it was like a white collar meets like blue collar type job, and I did that for 5 years.
Okay.
But that's how I selected that. Yeah, that was.
So you did that for 5 years.
Yeah. So I just got out in over a year ago now. Yeah, February of 2024 or March 2024.
So you did that until March of 2024. And what caused you or triggered you to want to get out of doing that and move into something different?
Yeah, so I left to work for myself, which is like the next scariest thing that I've ever done.
Oh, bro, it's so nice.
It's the great. I was like, why did I not do this?
Why
sooner?
have I not been doing this?
Because it's working in a corporation. Even as mine, I had a lot of autonomy because I started running. So from Austin, they moved me out, somewhere else to a little shanty town in Texas. And I managed that store. And so, I'm from procuring product to pulling stuff off the shelf to climbing the shelf. I'm covered in grease like every day just because I'm pulling parts and like ordering it and like doing everything. Doing sales calls.
From this Allegiance or this Alliance job that you scored. Wow.
Yeah, there's like this thing that they keep you. It was a yearly bonus, right? Every year there's this big bonus, and it's based on profit sharing. So the more profitable you make it. So as the manager, I'm like, of course, I'm going to make sure and I'm a nerd when it comes to operations and stuff. So I'm like, okay, here's our controls, inventory, dead stock. Making sure we maintained money and stopped losing it from things we didn't know, like old things on shelves, like stuff I never ever had to think about before.
Yeah.
So I learned a lot about running business in that aspect.
Yeah.
But I was not happy. So, I knew that immediately. The first year, I was like, gosh, because you start out in the warehouse, you have to learn the material, you have to learn the business. And then you kind of move your way up to like managing.
And you didn't feel very fulfilled doing that.
Oh, heck no. I'm like, first of all, plumbing is like not sexy, but it's necessary. I know how to do some stuff because I know a lot of plumbers now. So they've taught me a lot.
Yeah.
But you learn to solve problems on the counter with them and rig something up or whatever it is. But yeah, it was just not my calling. And that's when my bio had it briefly too. Like I built Little Fit Patriot while I was there because I started competing on the side. I'm like, I need something to fulfill me again. I'm like, I just, I joked about it on a different podcast, the revenge bod. Like
Okay.
after a divorce and all that stuff, I'm like, I'm just gonna like go all in on me. Like,
The revenge bod.
I'm gonna look amazing. Yeah. So like, so went through the bodybuilding thing, got into fitness, and I was like, I'm gonna start showcasing my journey to the
Yeah.
stage, you know. And I just started doing all this, and then like Little Fit Patriot was born, and then I started modeling. And everyone's a model now, right? Anyone with a camera. Like,
Some are
are good
refer
and some-
to themselves that way, but they're just
Yeah.
doing OF. But they're like, I'm a model. It's
Yeah,
like,
so-
nope, no, I don't know if that's what that is.
I don't know if that's what it is.
I don't
So,
know
yeah.
if that's what that is.
Yeah, so I started getting like affiliate brand deals. I started getting like free supplements. Like I mean stuff that I was just like, what? Like
That's
this
cool.
works?
Free supplements, yeah.
This is my first exposure to like content creation, but what it can turn into.
And what year was that, you think?
2019 is when I made my profiles public.
Oh, okay.
And that was like the post baby bod. And now it's like,
Yeah.
And so I got out in 2019. That's when I made it public. Because in the Army, I was very like, I don't want my soldiers like stalking my life. You know?
Yeah,
And it didn't look
don't blame
anything like
you.
my pages do now, but it's like, I took my job very seriously.
Yeah, no, I get that. And I mean, I think a lot of people probably respected that as well.
I breastfed my son for 3 years, which people are blown away by. Yeah.
3 years.
Yeah, like he was eating real food and stuff at 3, but it was like that was like a calming thing. It was like I know people were like, "Oh, it's so disgusting." I'm like, for me, it was harder, almost like for me, I guess. But
Was that something you?
you like look at me so disgusted.
It was harder. It was harder for me almost.
Well,
I
it was
guess.
because it would like calm down, put him to sleep. I mean, it was just like whatever. Anyways, I did end it, obviously, but
Yeah.
like so.
3
I did
years,
it,
though.
So yeah, and I was very proud. That's a long time, and you know, it's.
What's the
good
normal, or what's not normal, but what's the average? Sorry, that's not what I meant. What's the average time? What's like the
I think
average
it's
time?
18 months, 1 year, but I mean, there's some people who do for long past 3 years too. I was just
Yeah.
surprised I could still produce, and I think there's a lot of mom guilt too from being in the Army because I do have a story I talk about with like my milk supply.
Really?
Not that it was bad, but I would have to pump in the field. I would have to pump in tents, FLAs,
Oh.
range towers, put the bags of milk into a cooler in my Humvee, send it back so that he had milk because I did not want him to be formula fed. So
I
like,
don't blame you.
so
That's some
That's a whole
dedication.
story behind. Yeah. Oh, I made it my mission.
That is dedication, dude.
100%.
Because like that is such a huge process because those things have to run off electricity, right? Or batteries. Did you have
so
batteries?
I bought a battery pack
Just for
my
pumping.
pump. Yeah.
Dude, that is dedication.
And there's
Mad
manual ones
respect
I would
for
do.
that.
I'd be sweating. I have pictures of me sweating in Humvees because I just like documented some of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was like a whole thing. So I think there was some like guilt there too, where I'm like, now I'm in the picture. Like it's a more emotional thing, and other moms would probably understand. I know it sounds
I'm sure they
weird.
would. No, I don't think it
but
sounds weird. I don't know
it was a
anything
long
about
time.
it, so that's why I'm asking. So
Yeah.
I do have actually the officer who replaced me at my
Yeah.
previous job was pumping when I was still there,
Yeah.
and like I was, dude. Anytime she had to go do that, I was like, "Yo, go for it. Do what you got to do, man." Like, because
Yeah.
obviously, like I'm all about that as well.
Yeah,
I think natural breast milk is definitely, it's been provably better for them
Yeah.
than formula, just because of all the things that are in there that you can't necessarily
100%.
reproduce in the lab.
Yeah.
So I like, if I were in your position as a woman, I would have felt the same way.
Yeah.
So definitely respect on the dedication for that. But anyway,
Yeah, let me finish.
post 3 years, and then when did you
Yep.
make this decision?
So I did my first competition. I did not have the job done yet.
Okay.
And that was, I did bikini. So for anyone who knows the categories, that's like the smallest one, right? That's so very skinny.
Bikini.
So all of a sudden, if you look at my photos that first year, it was like just flat.
What year
So
was that?
2020 is when I got on stage for the first time.
The first time? And how long did you prep for that one?
Over 12 weeks. And that one I
12 weeks
did.
is 4, 8, 12.
Yeah.
So about 3 months,
Yeah. So roughly.
roughly. Yeah.
Roughly, yeah. So it was just shedding a lot of weight. So at that point, they didn't look like sisters; they looked like distant cousins. I'll just say that much.
Gotcha.
Okay, flat chested and just not attractive. Like I just hated it. Hated
From
what
your
it
own
looked like.
perception of yourself.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
because
was
we're
like-
always our harshest critic.
Yeah, and I mean it was just crazy because
Yeah.
whatever that goes into a whole thing of like kids or babies prefer one over the in like a whole thing. So
I gotcha,
So
gotcha.
it's just gonna yeah.
Babies
It's just-
prefer one over the
whatever.
other.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay.
So do men, but it's fine. No, I'm just kidding.
Probably. There may be some men that do. I don't know.
Mine are equal now, so it's fine. But like, so after that first competition, I was like, gosh, I lost so much weight, and like the fat wasn't there.
Yeah,
or,
like
anywhere
we
near.
were talking about, because you burn all the fat
So
off.
I was
yeah.
like, what the heck? So I'm like, okay, I got my bonus, and I was like, let me just do this thing. So
Yeah.
I did it before my second competition in 2021.
Okay.
And
that was that's the results right now were from that one.
No, I had two.
Oh, you've done a second one.
Yeah, second. That's it. Because that first one, I realized they still didn't get it exactly right.
What do you mean?
So when they took the other doctor, I went to not that I went to anything crazy. This is like a reputable doctor.
Yeah. 2
different sized implants. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. And I said, I think I really do need a lift because of, whatever. There's like some stuff. They make like these mesh, they call it mesh bras on the inside.
Yeah.
And almost like lifts it and eventually it like kind of goes away and it builds a shape, whatever.
Yeah.
And he was just like, you don't need any of that stuff. And I'm like looking at it, I'm like, why? So then my second competition, you see like photos and they look different. I mean, not like crazy. Again, I have like, my eye will tell the difference, but other people can tell too.
Yeah. Just because you're like, you've seen...
I'm like, this is not
difference.
proportionate. And I know what it's supposed to be able to do. I'm like, I just wanted to feel confident again in my body. I'm like, I have these crazy legs and abs and stuff. And then it's like, what happened up here? Like, what is going on? So I went to like,
how much did that first one cost first?
The first one was like $8,000.
$8,000.
Yeah.
And how much was your bonus?
My bonus, my first year was probably like in the 12,000 or something. And
okay, so you were able to cover the full cost and have money left over. Okay.
Yeah, and I was very like I'm still like this. I always put money away. Like I'm not gonna, spend everything I get in a paycheck.
Yeah,
I don't do that.
Okay. So you did the second one. The second time you
at this point I had a bigger bonus, and I kept putting my bonuses away. I never touched them.
Okay, but the second time you stepped on stage, how many months did you prepare for that one?
Oh gosh, then I did wellness, so I had to put on more muscle.
Yeah.
So that was a little bit longer. I don't remember how long, but I competed in like November of 2020, and then I competed in like December. So I probably prepped for a good part of a year.
Okay. And did you have a coach?
Yeah, so the first one was virtual. I didn't like that.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that either, dude. I did virtual, my only show I've ever done.
Yeah.
And I felt like I did not know how to pose. At all.
I had to get a posing coach who was separate, and then I also got like an in-person trainer.
Yeah.
Too. So 3 times a week we would do like my heaviest lift with him.
Okay.
And the posing coach was a female who had won a bunch of Olympias and all that good stuff. So we would just after the gym, my gym is super grungy and I love it. There's a big mirrored room. Just put the heels on and the suit. She's like, if anybody's walking by and looking, it doesn't matter because they're going to be doing that to you on stage. So you just get like, the fear out. I posed every single day after I would work out. Like I worked my butt off and ended up getting 2 third-place trophies that year. And then I was done with it.
That's awesome. So that was the second. That was the second show.
One. Yeah, the first show I got nothing. So.
You didn't do a third
participation?
one?
No, never.
But you got you got the final job done though after the second show because you wanted to correct it.
Yeah, because I was looking at it and I was like, I really need to correct this. So it was over like a year later, and I was like,
over a year later.
Yeah, and I've been hustling and all that stuff, so I'm like, I got money that I can spend and put my bonuses and whatever else away, and I'm like, I'm gonna fix this. I'm gonna do exactly what I want, and I'm gonna talk to a female and the male doctor. And we are going to be on the same page.
Yeah, and I'm going to make sure that when I'm spending this money that they do it right the first time.
Yeah, and I went to people that I knew had the jobs done. I was like, how was your experience? Like, I looked at photos. I mean, I was like all into it because I'm like, I'm not doing this again. I don't like being put under anesthesia or anything.
No,
I just want to fix
not.
a problem and feel confident. I'm not asking for, anything crazy. I'm like proportionate to my body. Like I'm athletic, so it can't be like freaking hit me in the face when I'm doing stuff, Like,
yeah, it can't be like
I need to be able to run around and stuff.
Punch me in the face.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that it helped with your confidence and everything?
Yeah, and I mean I'm a fairly confident person, especially I feel like when you work out and you feel good and you look good. Like, you have that confidence. But it definitely was something especially I was in the. Not to be like graphic or anything, but it's like I was in the dating world at the time. I'm now been with my boyfriend for we're working on 2 years now.
Yeah.
Right. But at the time,
congratulations.
Thank you. But for the years and years, I was a single parent, like had no time for dating. Yeah. So I literally, so I'm like, I just want to feel confident and like look good because I'm like, that's not the first thing that, I don't know. It's just one of those things. Like you want to look good naked. Like at the end of the day,
sure.
So you lift, you eat good, and let's fix the distant cousins.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I get that, man. I mean, I know a lot of ladies who've gotten the jobs done as well. I mean, like they've all said the same thing. I always have an interest in understanding like other people's perspective on it, because I'm a dude. Like I don't, there's no way for me to like really, I mean, other than if I ask for people's opinions on it. And so, and again, like I said, I know a lot of bodybuilders do it because it like we were talking, like you burn all your fat off, especially when you're doing like 45 minutes of cardio every single day in prep for show.
It was not a healthy lifestyle.
It's hard.
I stopped.
It's hard on your body, man. Like, I'd love to do one more, maybe. Like I would end up, what I would have to do is do masters, because I'm like way too old to do anything less than that at this point. But I wouldn't mind trying one more time and doing it with like an actual posing coach and an in-person coach, because I've never done that. And that would be really freaking cool to try out. But I don't know. We'll have to see. I mean, I definitely wouldn't be able to do it while still having two jobs. If I was just working for myself, and that was it, I would have the time to dedicate, because obviously, like, you got to go to the gym for like 2 hours a day every single day practically. You know, maybe you take a couple rest days. Everything. Meal prep is another thing. Like you're not eating like just cheeseburgers every day, bro. You know, like right now my diet's not bad. It's like kind of a carnivore diet-ish, roughly, because I eat like 5 eggs for breakfast and a black cup of coffee and some like strawberries or blueberries. And then for lunch, I usually have 3 cheeseburgers with no buns, but like just a thin layer of cheese. It's just like 3 cheeseburgers and that's it. And then for dinner, I usually have like some beans, pico, chicken, and like that's pretty much it. Oftentimes, or I'll have a steak. So like that's pretty much my daily meal, you know. So it's very basic, but it's all like I'm not consuming hardly any carbohydrates at all. So like I'm hoping that's helping me shed some fat, which, because I ate a lot of carbs the past year before that, and I've been feeling pretty good. I feel like I've shed some pounds. My wife was telling me that my face wasn't so fat. You know, I don't know if she said it like that. She probably said it nicer than that, but I do. Health has always been, and wellness and fitness has always been a big part of my life too, specifically for the mental impact. And I'm sure that you probably could relate to that, you know, because it's like my escape. It's my decompression time. It's like, hey, this is my me time. I'm in my headphones. I'm just like in the zone. I'm pushing some weight, whatever it is, you know, and I'm like, nothing else matters right now. I can just focus on this and get a good sweat going. And then I feel better afterwards. You look better you look better 100%. Naked, like you're saying. It's nice to feel like you're still physically appealing to the opposite sex, no matter if you're a guy or a girl. And even if you're married or not married, or with a boyfriend or not a boyfriend, or girlfriend, not a girlfriend, or whatever. So, because it's just, you know, people like to feel confident, you know. So, anyway, I know it's a random question, and it took us like 30 minutes to get through that.